This is what happened. What's up, y'all? I'm just here at Gridlife, and we're at Pitt Race in Pennsylvania, north of Pittsburgh. Pretty awesome track. I was here earlier in the year for AER with an M3 sedan, but I am here this weekend with a 370, obviously. We're working out things in the car. We're checking tire pressures or changing tire pressures. I've got that new adjustable front sway bar on from Z1, and we're just trying to get through it all. We're a little high pressured on the tires, so I've lowered the acceleras down quite a bit in the front to try to get some more front grip. You know, I kind of want understeer, but I don't want as much understeer as I'm getting. The Koenig heliograms are just awesome, and they look great, but you can't see them there, so let me try to go over here. Let's see if we can see anything over here. So you can kind of see them here. Need to be parked in a better light situation, but yeah. So we're just running the Gridlife street class this weekend, which is the same class we were running at Lime Rock, and basically just I don't know, just trying to go fast. I ran a 158, like a low 158, like a 158.1, I think, or 158.2 in the E36 M3. This car is a lot heavier.
Drivers, if you want to get a
very similar to the M3 in the fact that the ABS currently is not working, so I'm trying to modulate braking to not lock up, but of course I'm locking up. So hoping some of that tire pressure drop is going to help a little bit there. And yeah, let's see if we can get any lower than where we're at. We're at like a 208 right now. We've only had 2 sessions. I barely ran the first session. First session got black flagged. I didn't even get a lap, one single lap counted in for the first session this morning. So we got 1 session today, 3 more tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So another thing here, my buddy Matt showed up with his sweet ST205. Makes me want to get my 185 done. The car is super, super nice. It's the first time I get to see it because he's now living on the East Coast, or mid-East Coast. He's in Ohio now. So I get to see this thing for the first time. And yeah, just super awesome car. And if you don't know, this car was in the new Corolla GR commercial for like all of 1 second. If you look closely in the opening cut, it's all the way in the back on the right. So take a look, find it. So that's it from Pitt Race, Gridlife Grand Prix, Super Grand Prix? I don't know, something like that. We finished our weekend with an unfortunate broken diff. I think broken diff, maybe broken axle. But not 100% sure. Other than that, no damage done to the car. Car's in pretty good shape. Gonna have to get it back to the shop and figure out what exactly I did. I don't know, it was coming down the back straight and the thing, something let loose. I thought maybe I ran out of gas, but that was weird because I just filled it before we went out for the session. And yeah, heard this clanking noise, somehow made it off the track in time and basically got into pit and was able to coast all the way back. Needed some help from some of the guys, push car on the trailer, but other than that, we'll see what happens when we get back to the shop. So one thing I have not talked about or discussed much for some reason, I'm not sure why, maybe I did talk about it in one of my other videos that I shot already, haven't watched all the videos from Gridlife yet. But Gridlife at Pitt Race, we ended up last session, one of the first laps out. I did something to the drivetrain. I didn't know if I broke an axle, broke the rear diff. We got it back to the shop. I did some checking of things, and we found that the rear diff, not the rear diff, sorry, the rear axle, the thing I'm pointing at, idiot. Rear axle completely broke on the gate. You can actually see the cage where it holds the balls is all broken. That's supposed to be one piece with the other side of the cage, which is in the grease somewhere in there. But luckily my boys over at 350Z.parts had a used axle for me on the correct side that I needed, the correct length side. So I just shot over to those dudes. They're only about 15 minutes away now, and grabbed an axle, slapped her in the car, and she runs and drives again. It's great. It's a super easy fix. Nothing really crazy to get an axle in the car, luckily, which is nice. You don't have to do anything wild. But yeah, Z's back together from our little Gridlife drama, and she's probably just gonna sit here for most of the winter. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna take it out on the ice this year. While it was fun, it wasn't quite as fun as driving this thing on the ice. This thing is so much more fun on the ice. So probably gonna just get this thing prepped and fixed. It's part of the reason why it's sort of down, because I want to put a different radiator in it. I had killed the fans 2 winters ago because I didn't get to drive it last winter. So I killed the fans. Some snow got packed up into the bottom of the fuse box, which was not protected from snow getting up into the relays, and it basically shorted out the relays and killed the fans. And then I was running around the track with the anti-lag on, and the thing got super hot. And yeah, I don't know if the motor is going to be good, but I need to get the fans and radiator hooked up in that thing with some new relays and get things working again so that I can at least run the car enough to get it hot and see what we're dealing with, and see if I've got a head gasket problem on that one too.